Hi, welcome back to Comicbook Gallery. I'm your host, Joaquin. How we doing, people? You know what day it is? It's New Comic Book Day. So last night, I was supposed to post a second video. Sorry, I didn't. Just kind of wasn't feeling it. I was feeling a little tired, and I just ended up just vegging out the rest of the night. Was working on some other projects, but the video I was supposed to post last night were the books I picked up last week, and last week was a short book. So I picked up Uncanny XMen, number 8, and it had the Guardians of the Galaxy cover. I try not to buy, well, it's not even Guardians of the Galaxy cover, because that's the Corsairs, the Starjammers, but it has Guardians of the Galaxy on the bottom. But I've always liked this group. You know, you see them around every now and then, and I don't know if they've ever done a mini-series, but I think it's about time that they should. They're an interesting little group. Corsair is the father of Scott Summers, and this group right here could have easily been the Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, they could have taken this group and put it on the big screen as far as the dynamics go. Though, with the characters that they have on Guardians of the Galaxy, they're a little bit more interesting. But nevertheless, that's just my 2 cents. So I only picked up 3 books last week. And Heroes in Crisis number 4. I really like where the series is going. The variant issue that they had, I didn't really care for it. And it was the same price as the cover price. But I decided to go with this instead. Well, I want to see where they take this. Because they were kind of hinting at Blue Beetle, not Blue Beetle, but Booster Gold as being the killer, but everything's pointing back to Harley. And if this ends up just being Harley ended up going there and killing all these people, and the first 4 issues is them just trying to imply that Booster Gold did it, and that's going to be their plot. That's all I gotta say. Still, so far, up to this point, good story. And I like the artwork. And I do like the concept of a place called Sanctuary. Alright, so the last book I bought last week was Conan the Barbarian, the first variant. Number 1, a variant edition. Sorry, a little tongue-tied there. Like I said, I've never really read Conan, so the book so far is good. I almost want to say it's okay, because even though I'm into fantasy, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to give Conan a chance, or I think I'm going to try to. But every week I can only buy so many books, so there are other things that I'm trying to stay on top of. And even though, like a good example of that is Hit Girl, even though I like the series, it's really campy. I'm enjoying reading that book, and I haven't been able to pick up the last 2 issues. So, Conan might fall in that direction, where I pick him up and just start reading him occasionally. So, to this week's pickups. And we have Young Justice, number 1. So, this is a variant edition. And I keep saying "am." Sorry. What I like about this cover, it's just the attitude that I'm going to call this video "and." Here you have this girl, and you don't know if that's her boyfriend, but you're assuming it is because the way he's holding her hand. And Superboy walks by. I'm assuming that's Superboy. I haven't read the book yet. She's looking at him. He gives that look like, yeah, I know you want me. And now he's like, hey, why are you disrespecting me? So I thought this was a funny cover, so I picked this one up. We'll see where this one I have not had a chance to read. I just picked these up. And we'll see what direction this goes. Hopefully it'll be a good book. So, can't recommend that you buy it, but can't recommend that you don't buy it either. Uncanny XMen number 9. I'm so looking forward to reading this. I've been enjoying the storyline. I do not like the constant reboots of these series where I think on this one I paid like $8 for the number one because I did like the cover, but that was just outrageous. And I don't like this trend that they're going. And even though I'm enjoying the storyline, and we're on issue 9 now, so it's not like I can give away too much of the plot, but if you haven't been reading, this is a good pickup. The story is X-Men, who was created by Legion from the Age of Apocalypse, comes back and he brings the 4 horsemen of salvation, which are Magneto, and then it's Angel, Omega Red, who am I missing? Blob. So they come back, and in X-Men, at one point, you'll find out later on that he's dying. He wants to reshape the world, and yeah, I said it. It's so hard not to say "and," especially when you're just trying to flow, and you need that pause word. That's my pause word. And now you know what I want to say. Damn it. So, the X-Men are trying to stop him. X-Men, he has captured Kitty Pryde, a Senator Kelly. I can't remember the senator offhand. And appropriate in this situation. Apocalypse, and he has them as a council. It goes off in different directions. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how they're going to conclude this story and what are the ramifications. This was supposed to start setting some of the history straight. So we'll see where this goes. Next up, Batman number 62. So I like this variant. It reminded me of the Frank Miller style Batman back in, I'm just totally just kind of losing it today. You ever have those days, people, where you're just like, you can't remember anything, but Batman Returns. That's it. That's what happens when you start getting old, people. Start forgetting things. But I'll never forget reading that series. That was a great series. So this art style reminded me of it. That's why I picked it up. And for $3.99, I didn't have to pay additional. Comic Madness here in Chino Hills in Southern California. Great comic book store, just strictly comic books. Usually sell most of their variants at cover price, except for this Harley Quinn that came out. They were selling it for like $11.99, so I don't know what that book's going for. That book must be going for $20 or something. So the store is like, well, let me at least get half of that, which, I don't blame them, but that was just out of my budget. So I passed on that. And the next 2 books are books that I normally don't read. Like, I normally don't pick up Star Wars books, but I'm a big, here we go again, Boba Fett fan. I was like 6 years old because I was born in 1972. They're like, Dad, Joaquin, you are old. You're like Obi-Wan. And my response would be, shut up. So when I first saw Boba Fett in Empire Strikes Back, I was like, this character is so cool. So when I got a chance to actually take pictures with him in Disneyland, I thought it was cool. They have their little actors that they have there. And I got to make this video because it's a funny story when I started meeting some of those Star Wars figures. So back to Jango Fett. I know I'm totally rambling here, people, but I don't. You know me, I don't like to edit. And for those of you who are new to the channel, hello. And normally I don't pause as much like this. And I hope you'll stick around and look at some other videos and subscribe. Because some of you who are just new are going like, no, I don't know you, Joaquin. But to the others, thank you. And I want to say thank you to all the subscribers. I'm up to 127. I really do appreciate it. All right, I'm so off topic. But Jango Fett, even though I was not happy with some of the movies that came out when they started doing the Phantom Menace, I did like the Jango Fett character. I didn't like how he died, but I thought it was kind of cool how Mace Windu just said, "Hold my beer," and then went and dealt with him. But that was cool. So we're at 10 minutes. We're over 10 minutes. I'm trying to wrap this up. So I'm hoping this is going to be a good story. I don't know if it's a mini story or it's an ongoing series, but for now, it'll probably get my support. And the last but not least is Web of Venom, Venom Unleashed, number one. Again, this is a cool variant, and I had to pick it up because it's the same as the cover price. I don't know if this is going to be another ongoing series about Venom. And I have a feeling that we're all going to get Venom fatigue pretty soon, if not already, because they're just launching too, in my opinion, too much of Venom. Like when they killed off Wolverine for a year or over a year, that was a nice break because he was just everywhere. And while I have always enjoyed, he was my first favorite character. And the reason why I got into comics was because the first X-Men book that I read had him. And the first book was 205, which was a great Wolverine story. But Venom, I like the character. Don't get me wrong, big Spider-Man fan too. But just to have this many books going on about him, I don't know. But like I said, I like the cover. And that'll do it, people. I'm gonna go back to relaxing today. It's going to be another blah day for me. I'm just kind of feeling under the weather. I don't really feel like doing nothing. You just have those days where you just want to just stay in bed and do jack. That's what I'm having. So I'm still working on some listings and trying to stay positive. But like I said, I'm gonna veg out now. I just wanted to get this video out, and I want to read these books. And I hope you guys are having a good day, because my day was just a little bit brighter because it's New Comic Book Day. All right, people. Take care.